call out y'all about Shinyam Shah and Shalom to the elect. I got off work a little earlier this morning and I was just, scrolling through the news like I normally do, seeing what's going on around the world. I happened to come across this article on talk about the strip club in Baltimore. They said they shut it down. And it's funny how they shut it down because women lost control of their damn bowels. And it was not only women in there, you had men in there too. People supposedly ate some shit. Some type of abominable food too. Could have been some crabs or some lobster or some shit they probably was eating. They should have been eating. That was tainted. But anyway, I'm gonna read this little article and I'm gonna go in on a few scriptures and talk about stuff like this because it's gonna be more stuff happening, man. A lot of judgment getting poured out right now in these times. That's why it's good. Like the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Don't wait till the last minute to be trying to call on him and figure out a name and try to pick up your Bible there. He ain't been reading this whole time and try to call on him. Most of he ain't dealing with that shit. But anyway, it says a very popular strip club in Baltimore, Maryland has been shut down until the health department labels it safe again. Which them environments, some wicked ass environments anyway. I ain't never been a fan of that shit. I mean, I did other stuff in my past, like hustling and all that other little bullshit, but as far as going there throwing money on chicks, no. But anyway, it says the health department revealed that a dancer was on the stage when out of nowhere she had an explosive diarrhea. Now, that's sick. You see a chick out there, so-called looking fine, shaking her ass or whatever. And then next thing you know, you smell some shit and see something sliding out of her, like water or something. They said the cause of the incident has been initially linked to a contaminated buffet at the venue, which a lot of these strip clubs, they actually do have food bars in them, and they don't be clean. The one thing I know about women, man, unless you was raised a certain way, because you do have some women that was raised, because you got the small amount of the good ones, and you got the ones that ain't on that shit. But the ones that was raised good, they be very clean and organized. I've been around some, I've dated some. Then you have some of them, you be like, dude, when you gonna clean up? Like, they be telling you, oh, excuse the mess, you come over, all that shit crazy. So you can just imagine, they wouldn't clean this buffet at this venue, how they supposed to. And they probably serving abominable foods, which the book of Leviticus goes into what you can eat and what you can't eat. But do our people take heed? No. So it says, while investigations continue, the venue has not been named. But the name, the information is out. I know if I really wanted to find out what it was, I could find the fuck out. I know some people in Baltimore any damn way. It says, according to reports by local media, the strip club was nearly full when the incident occurred, and both staff and customers were reported to have eaten from the free buffet, and it was free too. So they probably went and dating the food. They might have the food might have been expired, whatever the scenario might have been, salmonella. Ultimately, when it boils down to it, though, it's Yahweh Shinyam Shah. He got his hands in everything. It was some angels up in the heavens holding counsel, and they wanted to come down and do something. And hey, the Most High was with it. So it says patrons sitting near the stage were the most directly affected by the incident, which occurred close to 11 p.m. According to a witness at the venue, 3 dancers were performing on separate poles when the first sign of trouble emerged. At first, I picked up a bad smell. It said, I thought maybe the guy next to me had farted, said the witness, who declined to be named. However, the smell got worse, and I noticed that a lot of guys were looking around to see what that was. It said it was at this point that the first dancer to suffer from diarrhea was unable to control her bowels any longer, and a stream of brown liquid soon gushed over the stage. That's sick. It said it was absolutely disgusting. It says a number of guests immediately puked, which is most sick. That's more bacteria and shit going around. You got this fucking coronavirus shit going around too, so that's even, you never know what the hell mixed all in there. It says the other dancers also suffered diarrhea soon. They had a hard time getting off the stage. High heels and diarrhea really don't mix. It says some of the guests also contracted diarrhea, and there was a rush on the men's room, which unfortunately did not have enough stalls to cope with the sudden influx in demand. So whatever they ate in there, man, was highly fucking contaminated, man. Some real sick, nasty nigga shit